yo, I'm gonna get Tim dancing. That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
Started.
You like it? I know. It was a slow jams, man. It's it's nights, right?
Look
Nighttime.
at me. I can see him big.
You look, yeah. Well, I'm testing different things out. What's going on, guys? Austin, Sniper, Tim.
What's up?
What up?
What's happening?
It's a full house.
It is a full house.
This is almost like a boy band right here. We got 5 players. Part of a boy band right there, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
There's a lead singer right there.
One guy without the hair. He's got to go.
Well, that's why I'm gonna just introduce. There's FOMO Head over there, and I love all the logos around. I love all the stuff. Love all the TVs. FOMO Head, you're rocking it, bro. Good to see you.
Questions brought to you by Santisi Brothers, Pizzeria and Sports Grill in Phoenix, Arizona. Thank you.
Monetizing the stream.
Well, and there's a Tim. Good to see you, brother.
Oh, Tim.
How you doing?
What's up?
Right on, man. D-Ray, Sniper, M2.
What's up?
Brother. How are you?
I'm good. I'm trying to do all the social media stuff. Make sure we get seen. Let's go. Let's go.
That's why I like this new thing with Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. What do you call it there, Austin? Twitter or X?
I call it triple X. I'm an XXX space host. I host X-rated content.
No. Not on the Ray of Lights. The Twitter challenge.
Save that for Austin After Hours.
There you go. That's awesome. Yeah, that's
I like it.
Oh, my goodness. That was a show, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh yeah.
It was. That's what I mean.
What do we got on the table for us today, Ray?
Well, like I said, I'm gonna run into some news like I usually like to jump into. Plus, I got a video. I'm sure you, if you ever heard of Jordan Peterson, it's a very cool video. It's probably 8 to 10 months old, but it's a really he finally gets kind of a light bulb moment of finding out what Bitcoin is to him, right? And Bitcoin, it could be different things, right? I mean, I know people talk about a store of value. Well, he gets into the energy sources, right? And that's what's cool about this whole space, man, is that there's all kinds of different currencies. Doesn't have to be a currency. They could have utility. They could be NFTs. There's all kinds of different things that are spinning up over here. And like I said, I like Jordan Peterson. My man is very knowledgeable in a lot of things, but he's starting to jump into this crypto space, and his take on it is pretty good. But yeah, first let me jump into some news because there's some stuff happening. Austin McHenry, there's some. I think is this somebody that's your relative?
How are you just gonna full on government dox me like that?
Oh, my bad. Government dox, my bad.
Is this a cousin? Is this an uncle?
It's him too.
You talk about it. Your face is there, man. It doesn't matter. Here we go.
Tell us, Ray, what's going on?
Well, I want to talk about this right here. I bring it up because U.S. Congressman Patrick McHenry.
No way.
We don't see your screen right now. Or are you sharing your screen?
Not sharing yet.
Oh, all right, my bad. I'm
technical difficulties.
There we go. Here it is. And I'm not echoing, right? Cool. I'm not.
You're
good. You're good.
All right. So just in, pro-Bitcoin U.S. Congressman Patrick McHenry reportedly becomes temporary Speaker of the House.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go.
It is. That's huge, man. I mean, actually, it's the first time I've ever seen where there's like kind of an open spot. And, again, this is temporary. Really don't know how all this works out from here. But that just happened, man, probably like an hour ago. And my man is very crypto friendly. You go down here a little bit further. He's reportedly taking over as Speaker of the House on a temporary basis following the dramatic ousting of Rep. Kevin McCarthy from California. The House voted on Tuesday to remove McCarthy from his leadership role following a power struggle between McCarthy and the far-right lawmakers. I know Gates, he was laying it down on the House floor, and he was just saying, hey, man, they say all this stuff, but they just passed this big old, spending bill again, bro. They always wait to the last day, right? And then all of a sudden they got to just push this big monstrosity through. I think it only gave it like 45 days. So it wasn't the whole year of spending, but it gave it another 45 days. But man, dude, they just keep piling it on, bro. And, $33 trillion, that's what this country owes. This ain't no joke. So, that's why we're all kind of in this space, man. That's why we all are Bitcoin, Ethereum, stuff that we're into, M2, monsters, all of this stuff. Why we're doing it is because this system is a train wreck right now. So there was down here a little further. McHenry is the chair of the House Financial Services Committee. That's where, if anybody kind of recognizes that name, that's where you've probably been seeing them a lot, because they've been having all kinds of people come up and speak, whether pro Bitcoin, pro crypto, anti crypto, all this stuff. They just had Gary Gensler up there from the SEC, and they hammered him, man. He looked like the clown and meme that you see of him. So this is what he's saying with this, this bankruptcy with the FTX. Either we find a path forward where the SEC recognizes Congress as a co-equal branch of government and is responsive to oversight duties, or my only option is to subpoena, McHenry said, September 27th here. And he's going to subpoena Gary Gensler, man, because they won't.
Let's go. Another W.
It is another W, man. It's crazy. But that's kind of just happened. That was just this within this past hour. Another thing, I love L's for my man here, Gary Gensler. Another L for the SEC and Gary Gensler, and XRP rallied another 5% because their motion to appeal was denied. So this court, this federal judge, has rejected the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission to bid to appeal its ground-shaking loss against Ripple. So he keeps taking L's, and we want to see that. This Gary Gensler, he needs to be gone, bro. So hopefully, like I said, that's something that happens really quickly. Hey, and this is kind of off the beaten path. I just want to ask you guys, because I did my onion challenge. I'm not trying to get kind of bumping anything like this, but I wanted to show you something. So this is my account, right? You go down here, bro. They ghosted me. Right? This is my feed. This is my profile, and it doesn't even show up on my own feed.
Go to your post.
I will. I'm going to. I mean, the post is there, so I'm going to go up here. Here's the post. So what's up with that? Why is it?
So Apex actually recently enlightened me that if you start a post, go up to your post so we can look at it.
Okay.
So if you start a post with that, like tagging somebody, it doesn't show up in your feed.
Oh.
So see how you started a post with @JoshMotivated?
Yeah.
That's why it's not showing up.
I got you. Thank you. That's excellent. Dude, that's excellent. Alpha right there, bro. If people don't use Twitter, that's great. So what does it do? It just kind of pops on his, or what's up? You shouldn't do that, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, don't do that at all. Don't ever start a post with a hashtag or an @.
Okay. Right on. Well, thank you, man. Getting the answer. See, that's why we're doing the shows. You get answers, man. That's what I'm talking about, right? And the last thing I got, I do want to jump into this, is what I was talking about with this. Jordan Peterson understands Bitcoin as digital energy. And what's crazy? I'm going to pause this in between. Just a couple of years ago, that's all they were talking about is to talk down to Bitcoin, is how it's such an energy suck, and it's it's destroying the earth and the environment, and it's using all this energy. Well, as you listen to this, watch how people are starting to use this, because this is the most innovative thing for any energy the world's ever seen. And like I said, people, you wrap your head around it. Also, when people talk about, it's just internet money, it's magic, that's what they talk about with all of different cryptos, right? But this, a great take, and like I want to hear, I'll pause it here and there. I want to hear what you guys are thinking, right?
No volume.
No volume. Okay, let me stop sharing and make sure that
You're gonna have to share that tab probably.
Okay.
Just the tab alone.
That's all good. We're learning, man.
Yeah, we're learning. We're figuring this stuff out.
Sharing screen, window, entire screen, Chrome. Okay. Also share the audio. All right. So can you can hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. So let me tell me if you hear this.
You got to share the screen.
Nothing.
No, nothing, huh?
We're not seeing your screen.
You didn't get the screen yet.
Oh, great. Okay.
We're actively volunteering anybody that wants to be a producer for the show. That way we can focus on being the faces.
That's right.
So if anybody wants to be production,
Hey, we do have a salary for you.
Yeah, it's
Nuts.
he's got pistachios. All right, let me try it one more time.
We're offering to pay.
Share screen. Got to do the video itself. Audio share. Share. All right. So let me bring it up. All right.
We see it.
Almost there. And now tell me if you hear it.
It's very weird. I think it's going to have a very profound impact on the global energy market because for the first time in history, we have a way to sell energy that is location independent. So a lot of places in the world have a lot of energy, but it's very expensive to get that to the population center. So the north of Canada has a...
So you don't need wires.
Exactly.
Jesus, that's weird. That's a really strange thing.
Yeah, to get electricity from the north of Ontario to Toronto needs a lot of wires, or you need to, if it was gas, you need to put it on tankers or on trains or in pipelines. All of that stuff is pretty expensive. But with Bitcoin, you just need an internet connection. You take the Bitcoin miners to where that energy is, and then you can monetize that energy and turn it into Bitcoin. It's magic.
So what's the net effect of that on the price of electricity worldwide? Is that deflationary with regards to electricity cost?
I think so. I think this is a point that I make in the fiat standard, which is that we've had fiat subsidize all these dysfunctional forms of energy over the last 50 years that have led to the grid becoming unreliable, and we have Bitcoin, like the vigilante savior that it is, coming in and providing a global subsidy for anybody who can make electricity at a cheap rate.
So I want to jump back and do we, and I'm sure we all, understand what he's talking about, but is that not, it's kind of crazy, right? Because people don't think of it like that, is that you can, just have a server farm move over to somewhere, right? And that's what you're talking about with no wires, right? All of a sudden you have a place that's monetizing where because you have innovated. Look, I remember Tim and we used to talk about the base of a volcano, right? And they're doing this amazing technology on how to harness this geothermal stuff from a volcano. But there's no one living there right now. But if you can move a server farm there, right? I'm not saying we want to live on the base of a volcano, but I'm saying it's amazing. You're moving this source that's going to monetize it, right? And now you could spin up a city anywhere in the world. I live in the middle of nowhere, right? If you're able to kind of maybe have a server farm here, and that's what he's talking about being wireless, it's crazy. What are you guys thinking? What is that? Isn't that kind of crazy? Go for it, Austin.
So actually, me and FOMO had like an hour conversation about this on Spaces, like probably 2 weeks ago now, maybe even 2.5 weeks ago. And that's one of the most bullish things I am about Bitcoin and mining itself is because like exactly what he said. I mean, Safadine Amos, that's the guy that was talking. He wrote the Bitcoin standard and fiat standard. He's a phenomenal speaker. He knows what he's talking about. And, exactly like you're saying, there's untapped areas around the world that have tons of energy, but it's just, very cost effective to, very expensive to make it transfer. So the logistics of it is horrible. And then you have Bitcoin where you can just put this mining machine to mine the Bitcoin. And now the Bitcoin can transfer anywhere in the world. So El Salvador is doing it. He brought the volcanoes. That was a huge thing they're doing. And now it's funding public services and roads and infrastructure. And that was previously untapped energy and monetary value. So it's absolutely phenomenal what's happening there.
Right on. Anybody else? I'll bring you up here. Yeah? No?
Don't be scared.
Yeah.
Well, I just witnessed this morning that the governor of Connecticut was talking. He was at this location. I ducked my head in the room and heard him talking about how they're putting up a wind farm just offshore in the middle of Connecticut. And I was like, oh man, that's terrible. Not a huge fan of the wind farms, but he was all excited about it and everything. And I was like, there's so much better things we can do than that. But yeah, it's taking the energy where it is, like in a volcano or whatever. I mean, they like the wind farms, but it's not the cleanest, it's not the best source of energy, but they're using that energy to produce the Bitcoin, which then can fund better sources of energy. So yeah, they're still, the guys around here are still, going with crazy other stuff rather than going where the energy is and taking it and using it to produce Bitcoin. They're making that so they can put up more fuel charging cells for Teslas or whatever else. But it's just a lot more energy building that farm than harnessing what's out there and using the Bitcoin and the mining features to pay for other services.
Yeah, right on, man.
And I'll even add about the windmill farms. I'm entirely against windmill farms. They haven't done enough studies with the vibration of the windmill as it's turning, and they're messing up the whales' communication, and it's actually a problem. They have not done enough research with that to actually put those windmills out there. The vibration from the thing turning, I forget what state's experiencing it, but they are not as, they talk about they're eco-friendly, but they're killing whales, and they're not solving the correct problems. They're creating more problems. And again, what you're saying, go where the energy is, have it mine Bitcoin, and then send Bitcoin somewhere else and use that wealth to do what you need to do. It's just common sense. I mean, I don't understand what they're doing.
Hey, Fomohead, that sounds kind of tinfoil hat-ish. That sounds kind of conspiracy theorist there.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna need some sources on that.
Would you like me to Google that right now?
The vibration of the windmills is killing whales.
It's affecting the sonar of the whales. It's interfering with their communication.
I know it's killing birds. It's killing birds. I can tell you that.
Beautiful birds.
Like the birds are running into the windmills?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're huge, bro.
They slice through the birds.
And then I'll even go one better. The biggest solar farm in the world, I forget what state it is in. I think it's in Nevada. They vaporize birds as they're trying to fly across it. So you say you're for one thing, but you create another problem. It's as simple as that.
They vaporize them.
They do. It's hard.
I love it,
Yeah. They kill more birds than anything in the world.
Yes.
Like the batter.
John, if you're selling more chicken wings than anybody else, why don't you just get your wind farm?
Get a bucket.
That comes and chop them up, and then send them through the solar farm, and they'll cook them, and then you just be their bucket at the end, and there you go.
Hey, listen to me.
You got to streamline things.
Look at this, George. Why don't you share George's? Please?
Oh, you got some. My bad. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Windmill farms.
Oh yeah, we got comments. I get. My bad.
Pollution created by the generators and the windmills, and if you can see the oil dripping from them. They're horrible. They're inefficient at best. You want to get energy, it's nuclear energy. It's clean. Okay. People with Teslas who actually plug their car in where the plant is run by 98% coal, you're solving the wrong problem. That's all I have to say.
I was going to bring up that too. Is now they have these miniature nuclear reactors. You know, they're like the size of a truck that you could actually put in a place. Have Bitcoin servers attached to this and monetize that whole area. You know, it'd be freaking cool. You know, where there's not a volcano or something like that. You know.
Yeah.
Hey. I don't know nothing about the windmills. I do know we've got the solar panels here in Georgia. We went up to Florida last week, and it was amazing. Just fields of these solar panels, and I'm like, man.
I got water. We have a waterfall. We get our energy from a waterfall. So that's what we do. Amicalola, right? So this is funny. I'm talking. Will's got the jokes. This is amazing. Bitcoin is creating whales.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying there, FOMO. You know what I mean? Forget about neutralizing. We're creating whales over here. That's what I'm saying.
I like it.
No, that's awesome, man. But hey, another thing I wanted to bring up. Did you see that, Austin? I mean, I know you're a big Texas guy. Did you know that Fort Worth now is the first city mining Bitcoin? Did you know that?
That happened a year ago, I thought.
Oh, was it a year ago? Are they still the first one? I mean, is anybody else? Like, is Miami down there? I know he's a big Bitcoin guy.
Well, actually, so the Texas Blockchain Council, which SBU DAO is a member of.
Right on.
And so the Texas Blockchain Council helped facilitate with the mayor of Fort Worth. I believe her name is Maddie Parker.
Yeah.
And I believe they came to the agreement a year ago. So I don't know if it just barely went into effect, but I know a year or so ago, they announced that they're going to be putting Bitcoin mining machines in the capital of Fort Worth.
Yeah, so I think that's what the thing was. I mean, they passed it, but I think now it's actually operational, right?
That's awesome. They're going to use it for public goods, they said, for the city treasury and
and emergencies. She's like, if something's not doing well over here, we can use this because, she's like, Bitcoin always goes up. That's what she said. Right. Well, and it is. I mean, of course, we know it's very volatile, this whole space. We're not giving financial advice, but I mean, it is. It's very volatile. But if you look at the whole, step back 10, 15 years, Bitcoin always goes up, right? All the crypto space goes up.
October, baby.
October. It's going to be a good fourth quarter, right? But that's not financial advice. I'm going to jump back, listen to the rest of the video. This is good stuff.
To monetize that, and I think
Well, not only at a global subsidy, but it's so interesting because not only you could go to where the energy is cheap with virtual certainty that you're going to make more and more money as the value of the Bitcoin increases by investing there, assuming you assume that the value of Bitcoin is going to continually increase, which is a logical presupposition if it's as stable as is claimed, and it's finite in the way that you're describing, and increasingly widely accepted by vast numbers of people. So it's also an investment that's likely to increase in value over time rather than decrease. So it takes some of the uncertainty out of investing in cheap electricity generating processes that are geographically isolated. I just can't believe that's true. It's amazing. I think I must be misunderstanding, because it seems like you can move the value of the electricity magically without any of the problems of transportation.
yes, exactly.
Wow, that's really something. Okay.
And in terms of, think about it in terms of independence, I think the implications are pretty good, because if you have an energy source, it becomes far more sustainable to be able to exploit that energy source if you have a steady way of monetizing it. So I think it can help people get off the grid. It can help people become more independent. You have your own energy sources, and you have your own monetary system that you use to trade with the rest of the world. And you don't need much of the control of the grid on you, which is getting more and more suffocating every day.
That's a weird.
I'm not obviously, yeah, but yeah, that's kind of wild, right? I mean, like I said, I like that guy, and he talks a lot, not really about Bitcoin and technology, more about just men in general, psychology. He's a big time professor up in Canada. I'm sure a lot of people know who he is, but just thought that was interesting, man, and kind of crazy where all this is heading, Anybody else? I didn't know if you guys had some things that you were talking about, but I got a little monster stuff too after everybody kind of clears through what they got. Yeah. Oh, look, here we go.
I like it.
Micro-
You got me excited to go buy some land. Let's go buy some land up in Canada. Just build our own freaking city. Let's do it.
I ain't doing it in Canada, bro.
I'm not moving at the base of no volcano either, so we got to compromise.
Yeah, we will compromise.
Volcano or Canada? I'm going volcano.
Yeah, there you go. Volcano or Canada? So you'll take that over that, huh?
I'll go volcano. I'm not going with that crazy guy up there. I'm just saying. It's just for entertainment purposes only, but Canada's crazy.
It is. I understand, and I think a lot of people, I think their people agree. So it's not too far off there, FOMO.
What about energy in Alaska? Can we get some energy in Alaska?
Yeah,
maybe a turbine. What about water power with like a cool river or something?
Yeah, man. Right.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point they're making, is that anywhere that energy is being produced, you can harness it. It's not like these Bitcoin miners sit there and stare at their machines all day. They hook them up and they walk away, and they go. I've got friends that are Bitcoin miners, but they're not sitting on their machines. They have them in places where energy is cheap, and so when you set up your mining operation, whether it's at the base of a volcano or near a strong river current or whatever it is that's there, and you're harnessing that energy, that's making Bitcoin for, on the cheap. And that's the whole point, is that then you have the Bitcoin to go spend on, your yacht down in the Caribbean or wherever you got to go. Your sailboat. Sorry, you don't want to use energy. You got to,
nuclear powered destroyer. I'm just saying. Did I say that out loud?
Well, yes. George put that up there.
Oh yes, he
nuclear subs to go all over.
He said he looked it up, 25 to 50 years. And I did. I've seen that too. I think I was talking to some of you guys about that, right? There's all kinds of, that's what's, kind of crazy is the future, man. There's so much going on. And, it's not just in this crypto space, in the financial space and, AI, there's biotechnology, there's, the robotics, there's, look what they're doing in space. Now they're, Elon Musk and all that. It's kind of crazy, man, because this is all going to culminate, I'd say, in the next 10 to 20 years, and it's going to look ridiculous, bro. So, we'll see, right? Did you guys have anything else? If not, I wanted to show you my cool little thing, because monsters are going to crush it too in this new future.
Yeah, I got a small news story.
Yeah, bro.
I got up there. You can share it.
Okay.
So it was. I had a few, but you covered the other two. So, because those were big. Those are big news. I'm glad to have a McHenry in office. But yeah, Bitcoin. So had a big pump with it, right?
Yeah,
ETF gets launched and Bitcoin people go crazy. They're excited about it. Well, I come across this story today and I was like, man, what the heck? Where's our ETH folks at? So Ethereum futures ETFs launched on October 2nd, 9 of them. And we didn't hear anything about it. It was a very, very lukewarm reception. So Austin, I was just going to see what your thoughts were on this. Why was there not enough noise around this like there was Bitcoin?
They're trying to keep it down. Come on now, you know this. They want to gobble it up for themselves. They don't want the people getting all noisy and excited about it.
That's right. They don't.
Now, I had a question on that. With the future, is it betting on the futures where they don't actually buy the Ethereum, or is this the one where they actually buy the Ethereum?
Futures, I think, is when they speculate on the price, right?
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do.
I don't know. Sound let's Google it. ChatGPT.
Go for it.
I think the futures, they're betting on it like paper again. This is what Ray was talking about yesterday, the paper Ethereum. That's why Ethereum hasn't popped, because they're just betting on the price of futures, like puts, and you guys know stocks better than me.
Right.
But it's not really they're actually buying the Ethereum. We need those ETFs that they actually buy the Ethereum.
Okay.
No, they're betting when they do puts and calls and on options. They're betting on the price, and they have the option to buy 100 units of Ethereum, 100 ETH at X price. So if they're thinking, okay, I'm going to buy 100, in next June, I'm going to buy 100 units of ETH for $1,800. So and that might cost them $50. I don't know what these numbers are, but let's say that costs $50 to have the right to buy the Ethereum at $1,800. And right now, what are we at? 16? We're still at 16, around there. So that's why it costs them $50. So when it gets close, say it pops or something like that, and it gets closer to the value of that contract goes from $50 to $100, or let's say if the difference is $200, somebody's going to come close to paying up to $200, because maybe it's going to go over $1,800, and so there's still enough of a spread for them to make money on it. So you get to buy it for $50, it goes up $200, and somebody's going to say, well, now I can buy it for 18. I think it's going to go to 19, so I want to buy that contract and have the ability to buy that ETH. But the thing is, on Wall Street, most contracts and those futures, they expire in the negative. Most people don't know what they're doing with those, and they expire just worthless because they don't execute or they don't hit their mark. But it's a purely speculative play,
right?
For the puts and calls on the futures.
Right on. Hey, real quick too. Night Owl was talking about. Or wait, where did I skip it? Here we go. But watching on live stream on X, pretty cool. Just don't know how to leave a comment. That's why she jumped over to YouTube. I guess the only way to do that, Austin, is if you were under there just kind of like spaces. It's not a live comment. We won't see it, Night Owl. But yeah, you would just kind of, I think, speak under there, or no? You can't even comment on that stuff.
You actually can. We brought this up yesterday at the beginning of the show. Actually, you've got commenting turned off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it says commenting is off, but you do have to have the verification, the blue check mark, to be able to comment on the live streams.
That's because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, Dusty.
But it is turned off, so I don't know why it's turned off.
I'm just joking. Just messing, man. But yeah, go ahead.
I knew it had to be you again, Ray.
Appreciate it. Last thing I will offer on my soapbox: microreactors are 100 to 1,000 times smaller than the conventional nuclear reactors, while smaller modular reactors, SMRs, range from 20 to 300 megawatts. That's what I'm talking about.
I need a suitcase.
What? No, you don't need a nuclear suitcase there, FOMO.
No, I need it on my yacht.
You don't need no nuclear suitcase for FOMO. Let me jump back in. I think Austin has something here with Japan. Go for it, bro.
Oh, yep. So I came across this earlier, actually. Ray gave me some alpha probably like 2 years ago
What?
Yeah, he does it for everybody. Raise the man. So he actually had me set up these Google alerts, and you can put in keywords that will email you like any news or whatever. So I got this email today about this article. It keeps you up to date. I have it for NFTs and Web3. And so this one essentially was just highlighting what the Prime Minister of Japan has stated about the national strategy. So he came in about 2 years ago, and he is majorly bullish on the digital economy. He sees that the world is going to be a digital society, and he wants to position Japan to be a leader and be the leader in it. And so he sees NFTs as a catalyst for it, and he sees decentralized networks as another powerhouse and foundational piece of it. And so they've actually, Japan was way ahead of the curve 10 years ago, 15 years, or 10, 12 years ago on blockchain and regulation, and leading the way. They're one of the most crypto powerhouses around the world. And they actually got some exchanges that got hacked. And so they lost a lot of consumer confidence, lost hundreds of millions, billions of dollars in hacks. And this is 2014 and 2017. And so Japan's been like over the last, 6-7 years, they've been really heavy trying to figure out exactly where this is going, getting a vision for it, getting a strategy, and making regulation that makes sense. And so one thing they've done is that they've made it so every exchange out of Japan has to make sure that the fiat currency and cryptocurrency is completely segregated on their books. And then also any exchange funds cannot touch customer funds. They can't commingle. And then also all of customers' currencies, whether it's fiat or crypto, have to be stored offline or in a cold wallet. And so what this has done is it's caused like a lot of safety and a lot of security for consumers. And then also, it's caused a lot of, I guess you can say like regularity for the assets. Like we were talking about it yesterday, how FTX out of the Bahamas, SBF over there, he was selling paper Bitcoin. Whereas with Japan's regulation, that would be impossible to do, as far as my understanding. So I came across this article. I put a tweet out about it. It's a phenomenal read. It made me pretty bullish on what Japan's doing, and makes you wake up to realize that, we may see these things in the U.S. Congress. We may see things around the world about China or Russia or this or that they're not for cryptocurrency, or they're not really for regulation. Then you got Japan standing up, and they're leading the way, providing a blueprint. And also, they see NFTs as a catalyst, and that made me super bullish because NFTs are in its infancy. And that kind of will be a great segue into what Ray has going. But I don't know if you guys wanted to comment on Japan first.
I just want to say I'm bullish on it too, dude. This is amazing. Somebody needs to step up to the plate, right? And give all those other countries somebody to follow. So, yeah, dude, that's freaking amazing. I like it. Bullish.
Right on. FOMO, Tim?
No, I like it. Japan's always thinking into the future, 2 steps ahead. So it'd be good if they embrace it and lead by example. I wish we would do the same thing.
Yeah, 100%. I know Japan used to be in the stories. I remember I think I was telling you, Ray, the story when I was in college. They were talking about, widgets. They talk about a manufacturing. The United States was going to get some parts manufactured from Japan. We need 100,000 parts. We'll accept, 1.5% defects. So when the shipment came to America, there was a shipment, big shipment. There was another box. They go, what's in the box? We see the shipment, but what's in the box? Oh, that's the 1.5% of defects you said you would accept. We just made them defective and we put them in a box. Japan has always been up above, and you don't hear from us. Now you hear about China, this, but you don't hear about it. So I'm very excited about Japan stepping up, being a leader. That's amazing.
Right on, man. I'd move to Japan in a heartbeat, bro. If they're acting goofy here, and like I said, I really don't think so. I think they're, you're starting to see the seas change right now. We were just talking about that, McHenry. That's amazing. I mean, and that's what's great about, we all talk rap about, the U.S. a lot, but that's why this is a great country, because it does. The pendulum swings back and forth, and, they're going to come around. The U.S. is going to not, hopefully not just kind of kick this innovation and this technology offshore, because it'd be over, right? I mean, that's kind of bonkers. But speaking about that, Austin, I mean, that is perfect segue, bro. I mean, Web3, what's going on in Japan? I think, and I'm ultra bullish on the monsters, bees, all the different things in this ecosystem that I got to be a part of. It's incredible with all the cities and all the different things. I want to show you a little something I made just for this stream. Imagine, right? Imagine this awesome smart mobile network, right? And then I just go like this because we're on here. We're providing content. We're giving some maybe some education, whatever we're doing, right? And then I just pop this up here. Hey, support this stream, right? Scan the code and give me a GM, right? Imagine that. There's the QR code. Look at my little animated Fort Knox monster just chilling there.
Hold
And
that
then,
up there, Ray.
Huh?
Keep that up there, Ray.
You like that? You like that? That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I got something. Look at that.
Yeah, yeah. Someone scanned it.
Wow.
There you go. So imagine, and just so you know, it's the wrong QR code. Don't be
Don't do it.
Yeah, there's no GM there. But that will be a GM, right? Imagine how awesome that is. And then after Austin goes and talks about what Japan does, I pop his up there. Support Austin, right? Let give him a GM. Imagine all of this stuff. This is what we're talking about. What Web3 is, man. It's incredible. And this, I guarantee you, this thing right here. And again, not financial advice, but I bet that this is going to lead the way. I'm telling you, just to see what all the kind of the cool stuff being built. Just knowing some of the people been working for 4, 5, 7, 8 years. This is going to lead the way. And Web3, you'll see these monsters everywhere. You'll see these bees everywhere. But that's what I'm talking about right there. You like that? You see that?
Nice.
You like
Love
that?
it.
You
Love
like
it.
that?
Yeah.
You like that?
Well, I'm just saying. Look at it.
I love it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Your mouth is moving a little bit, like winking at him.
He is winking. I told you, I animated him a little bit, right? Got a little animation. He's winking. His little stones on his shoulders, they grow. That's Fort Knox right there, bro. Look, I can compact them. I'll make them compact down there at the bottom.
Ooh.
Right? I didn't want to cover us, but yeah, you move it around here. That's what I'm talking about. So
when somebody scanned it came up with an alert that said somebody scanned it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That you like remember what is it? I know you like it, FOMO. GG.
Oh, I love
it. that's exactly what's going to be happening as we're streaming, as we're talking this video. We're going to be popping up our monsters. People are going to support it. You're going to see GMs. You literally see it. That's crazy. When you have an NFT, it's sitting in OpenSea, somebody scans it, and now you see a GM on your OpenSea, on your NFT, and that thing's rolling up. That's what we're talking about, man.
Why are you talking that way right now, Ray? Let's go.
That's because I am about to jump out of my seat because this is amazing, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Great style, too.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, man.
So, hey, kind of wanted to end it on, kind of positive note. This is what Web3 is going to be. I'm pumped and super bullish on the monsters, and we're going to crush it, man. Good stuff.
Look
You
at
guys
that.
good?
Let's fucking go.
I love it.
Let's go, Ray.
That's what I'm talking about. So we'll wrap it up with I'll find something not so mellow. I got hassled with my new Quiet Storm music, I guess. So I'll figure out something tomorrow instead of, maybe it might be Thursday. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out, a schedule. We'll let everybody know, and we're gonna be doing this a lot and often, and we're gonna have some fun because we got a lot to say, and you will see. Take care, everybody. Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Love you.